We have enough scumbags in this country.
Correct.
Without importing more scumbags.
Yeah. There's been a bit of a Groundhog Day thing happen this week in London. I wonder if you're aware of it on Westminster Bridge. So, what have you heard?
I'm not sure if you've got the latest information on that.
I think I have, but let me hear yours.
It was reported on Sunday, bit of stabbing on the bridge, which is right next to Big Ben.
Yeah.
Man stabbed.
And it's Groundhog Day, isn't it? Because
it's the bridge.
2017 was the same thing again on Westminster Bridge. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Then it's been reported now that it was a fight. There was no stabbing. It was a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard there were knives.
There may be knives on display. I don't know about that bit, but the police now are saying nobody was stabbed.
I was watching something the other day, and a Scottish guy who I follow, he was saying, why do we have no more witness statements anymore? We used to have, remember on the news, there would be somebody saying, oh, this happened or that. We don't have that anymore, do we? So events like this happen. There's no witnesses saying this happened or that happened. There's nobody spoken to by the media anymore.
Because you're not allowed to, because the description you'd be giving of the knife attacker wouldn't be the description the government wants you to give.
Yeah.
Because there was no description of these people.
Yes. Well, I've heard a description. I heard this is an altercation over the selling of nuts on the bridge. And the altercation was between a bunch of foreigners, Muslims, whatever it might be, and it all kicked off, and there were knives brandished.
Turf war.
Yeah, a turf war. But the point about this is, it's not a terrorist attack, I believe this, it's a nut attack.
Because it was a Sunday, and it was something like 8, 9 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
The time threw me, it was like 8, 9 in the morning. I thought, I don't know what this is about.
Yeah. And therefore, I think the progressives will dismiss this. Oh, it's nothing to do with terrorism or Muslims or whatever. It's to do with somebody wanting to sell nuts on Westminster Bridge.
It's to do with immigration.
But it is to do with immigration, isn't it?
That's what it's to do with. Nothing to do with necessarily Muslims or terror. It's to do with immigration. Because you're not going to get English nut sellers fighting over nuts. But to be fair, I mean, in the 80s, we used to get ice cream wars in Greater Manchester.
Yes.
That turned violent.
That was immigrants as well, wasn't it?
Well, it's run by the Italians, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, those bloody immigrants again. But yeah, I mean, if knives must have been brandished for them to think somebody had been stabbed. But this isn't the way we should be dealing with issues in the UK.
Yeah.
We keep importing this crap.
Yes.
And that's not to say English people don't do this crap. I'm sure they do. But we've spent hundreds of years stamping it out in the English British population to a fact where we commit less crime now than migrants.
Yeah.
But we keep importing more criminals into the country.
We've got enough to deal with ours without having to import this. This is the point, isn't it? Because this is another stupid lie that the progressives always say, or the left wing always say, when you say, oh, well, British people do that as well, or English people. Huh? Yeah, that's fine. We'll deal with those because they're our people. Do we have to deal with a foreign imported problem as well?
We have enough scumbags in this country without importing more scumbags.
Yeah.